What is another reason that would cause equity to be wasted? It really has to do with the list price missing the mark. The list price should really be a strategy based on circumstances of the sale. Now, you heard me talk in an earlier video about the importance of pricing the property as opposed to worrying about what day it goes on. Well, stipulating that the price must match the appraised value can really impact the client's equity. So that is not a good order to put in place. And yet at times I see these in MSAs. I've seen them in court orders for not just divorce sales, but I've seen them in litigation sales. The voice of the market is really the sold listings, and that should be the most important thing to consider when coming up with the list price of a property. Yes, an appraiser will try their hardest to give you an approximate value, but as I've spoken about, it's an opinion of value, no different than a realtor. We should be looking at the solds, and then we have to do pluses and minuses to come up with the right one. Now, the longer a home languishes on the market, the more equity that is going to be lost. Why? Continued mortgage payments, continued taxes. Deferred maintenance could get worse. So at the end of the day, what if the parties disagree with each other on how to list the property? Does the realtor that you're working with have a solution for this? What if one party wants to list the property at $1 million and the other party wants to list it at $800,000? Do you spend their money and go back to court? Do you spend months fighting about what value the home should go to market at? I say not. What has worked for me really well in these cases is to get both parties to agree. Either we'll meet in the middle at $900,000, or maybe we'll start at $1 million with an upfront in agreement that if there's no offer being negotiated in 30 days, the price will automatically come down 5%. And we will do that every 30 days until we have an offer. Some people get scared. Isn't it going to go down to a crazy low price? No, it's going to go down to the value that the market is willing to accept. And sometimes, and I've had this happen many times in my career, you do a price adjustment and now all of a sudden you attract multiple people, and guess what? They bid the price back up. So remember, my goal is to get both parties the most amount of money. So make sure when you put the home on the market, the home is priced properly, and it's not done just on the basis of what one of the parties wants. It has to make sense, as I am an advocate for the value of the property. If you'd like more information, please feel free to reach out. If you want to speak to a couple of attorneys I work with, I'm happy to put you in contact with them. Michael Klein, Corcoran Sawyer Smith Realty.